Hello YouTube, it's Toutoial here. Now, welcome to this color grading tutorial for Premiere Pro CC. I'm using 2015, but any others will work. Maybe even CS6. I think CS6 has similar stuff. But we're going to just color grade this footage. Now, before you actually get to the grading, the best thing to do for color grading is to record in a flat picture profile. If you don't know what that is, it's basically when all the colors are desaturated and have no contrast whatsoever. If you do that, it's going to be perfect for grading and color correction as well. This is for both. This is going to be both. And ideally, some of the flattest picture profiles like S-Log2 and 3 and 3 Cine are going to be some of the best because you can really get great dynamic range and have some awesome grading. But this footage right here was recording on the Nikon D3300 with the Sigma 1850 f2.8 lens. Now, this is all set to a flat picture profile, as in it's desaturated, decontrast, all in the settings. I have another video on it. If you want to know what to do that, I can link it down in the description if you want to know how to set a flat picture profile on basic DSLR. But now let's get to the grading. For correction, we're going to use RGB curves. Now, it's important that we color correct it, because that means we're going to get rid of that washed out, desaturated look. Now, curves, this is one of the best things to do. So we're going to put some of the red, or all the colors as a matter of fact, down to about this level. We're just going to take the bottom strand and put them down. This will make sure the whites are white and the blacks are black. And that's just about perfect, although a little bit too much green. You can adjust this for forever, so make sure. And to make sure you adjust it well, this is also where you would match two cameras. Like if you had a D3300 and then an 80D, they're going to have different colors. This is where you would match those colors. Now that we've got that done, let's take a look at the difference. Huge difference. It gets rid of that washed out look, but still could be better. So let's grade it. This is really where the creative aspect comes in. Now for grading, I typically use either Magic Bullet Looks or Colorista 4. But lots of people who are watching this video who are on Premiere may not have those plugins. Although I highly recommend them, lots of people may not have them. So let's use the basic Lumetri color. May I add, this is actually the timeline for the video you're seeing right now. These shots were actually graded and corrected with the very method I'm using, just in case you're wondering. So let's get Lumetri color in there. Awesome. So, dang, I got two. Alright, so we're going to do two. Basic correction and not curves. Basic correction and color wheels. That's what we're looking for. Let's first mess with the color wheels. For typically, I actually like to put my highlights into a yellow and my shadows into a blue. Let's add a little bit more. This gives it a very interesting look. Now, if you desaturate it to about maybe 90, it gives you a very interesting look that can be useful for many things. Although, if you want a different look, you can actually saturate it up to maybe about 130 would be good, and you can get a very different look, which I think that looks beautiful. Although we can adjust it a little bit further, a little bit more blue. Perfect. Nice. So this is really what depending on what you're looking for. Grading is not really so much of a really how-to. Now we can do tons of things like add some contrast, decontrast it, do whatever we need to. Put down the highlights, which actually is a good idea because that sky is really blown out. Other than it makes it weird. But still, we can put down the highlights a little bit. Well, this is just in Lumetri. But still, grading is really not much of a really how to do it. It's more of a creative aspect. Do what you really want with grading. Go crazy with grading. Go crazy with grading. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.